Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the new limited Guardians monster of Miroku, and then we'll do the evolution version this time. She is a water character, bounce, with null damage wall and null warp, and that's a very versatile double null ability. And then lately there's been more and more quests where that has been needed. Looking at her stats, HP is very near tank status. Attack is very high. It's over 30,000 with the gauge. That's very good. And then speed is fine at about 330. And then she has the bump combo ×2, which means if you hit her once, she'll shoot out her bump combo. If you hit her again in the same turn, she will shoot out her bump combo again. And then her bump combo is the chain lightning, and that's pretty interesting. That's a very interesting bump combo for her, because she does have the chance of getting it out twice, and then she's good for quests that other characters with the chain lightning up to now have not been good for. So we've been able to kind of see this in new situations, so it's been fun. She has the shield luck skill, and then the strike shot is a new one. 16 turns, it's a tackle strike shot, and then it does the initial damage with the tackle, and then it does like a tribe pulse damage after that. And that's taken from Arcadia's bump combo. And then what that is that it will do set damage to everybody of that same class. So if you tackle one mech in a stage, you'll do that initial damage, and then all mechs on the stage will get that set damage afterwards. So it kind of works like a meteor strike shot, specific to a class that you hit. And this is very powerful, depending on the situation. It also charges up very quickly, 16 turns, and then it also does extra damage if you hit a weak point. So there's lots to like about this strike shot. And then we'll see if we can use it in the upcoming video. And then as for where she is good, she's good for lots of missions because of the double null. With the damage wall, she's good for like Ashura and Mikomo. With the null warp, she's good for Avalon, Izanagi 0. And then with that double combo, she's good for like Doom and Akasha. And yeah, she's good in lots of places. And then, yeah, there are a number of stages where people will bring a chain lightning character just purely for the bump combo. And then because she has the double, then she can be even better in some cases. And then some people were complaining that the synergy between the double bump combo and the chain lightning was not good. Because they were afraid that, well, the chain lightning, it'll do the full damage, the first character that it hits, and then it will do less damage as it travels to more targets. What people were afraid of was that the enemy would be taken down by the first chain lightning, and then so the second chain lightning would have no target and so be lost. And I'm like, you guys worry too much, just use it. I'm sure it'll find another target, and if it doesn't, it does a lot of damage the first time anyway, so whatever. But anyway, let's take Miroku to a quest. And then we'll take her to Avalon. And yes, I am going to begin making my max luck of Avalon. In the English version, I got her up to about 30 luck. So I feel pretty good in the mission, and then with Miroku it should be even more doable for me. So gimmicks here, they are warps only, and then we want to bring all bounce characters because there is lots of pinching to do. And then to talk about the team that I'm using, first is Yamato Takeru, and he is a bounce with null warp, of course. He has a strong bump combo. And then the strategy that I use to play really kind of centers around his bump combo. It's really helpful here. He also has a strike shot where he becomes a pierce, and that can be a good source of damage against the boss. Third up, I am using Miroku Evolution, She is another drop monster, another bounce with Null Warp. She has a short-range spread, which can be good to sort of clean up a character that she's next to, which she wasn't quite able to take down. And then she has a meteor strike shot, which can be useful on the last stage, since there are lots of guys to take down. And then my friend is Lancelot, and I really love Lancelot for this mission. Another bounce with Null Warp. He also has a becomes a Pierce strike shot. His first tier is 4 turns, so he can use it every turn if he likes. Being a bounce will do more damage to the enemies here, but becoming a Pierce can be useful to pick up hearts or maybe improve your positioning if it's not good. And then he's got his full power one, which can do good damage to the boss, just like Yamato Takeru. And then he has the Spark Bullet bump combo, which actually does pretty good damage. If you've ever played with 2 or more of a Lancelot in this mission, then you know what I mean. Alright, so we're just pinching everywhere, and then we leave the Region last. And then here, if Miroku, if her strike shot were charged up, she could tackle one of the Galaxies or one of the Donatellos, and then take down just everybody. So that would really speed up this stage, and then give us more turns to take out Region. But I went through those first couple stages a little bit too quickly, so I wasn't able to charge up Miroku's strike shot. Oh, and one other thing that I like about Lancelot is that he is a paladin, and so is Yamato Takeru. So they can raise each other's attack or HP with able berries. And then those are the able berries that I recommend most for this mission, especially if you use paladins. Other paladins are Amakusa Shiro, and there are a couple others. They don't come to mind right now, but they are there. Miroku, unfortunately, is a deity type, so she won't share the class able berries. But you could also get style able berries, so you can give all bounce characters boosts. So that's another way to work that. Okay, so here is the mini-boss, and then there we saw Shibai take down the Galaxy. And then there we saw 2 chain lightnings go into the boss there. Chain lightning is not going to do great damage on the boss. But again, against little guys, and then also the drones, it'll be very helpful. Okay, we want to stay away from the bottom third of the screen, because they have the lasers coming out from the sides. So we'll work on staying in the middle or at the top. Okay. But yeah, Avalon as a character is still very, very strong. And I looked at the game width ranking of all of the impossible and colossal monsters, and she's still top class. And then, yeah, maybe it's just because I'm used to it, or most players are used to it. She is easier to make the max luck of than many of the other colossals, so she's very worth going after. If you can make the max luck of Yamato Takeru or Shibai, that would be very recommended. They're both really good for this mission. And then I was considering giving Miroku Evolution the Spirit Crest, so that she could be even more powerful in Avalon. But really the only Spirit Crest that's really useful in Avalon is the Fire Slayer. There are other quests where I can make more use of the Spirit Crests, so I thought I would not put that on Miroku Evolution. Okay, so that will do it for that stage, and then we'll move on to the boss sequence. So here we want to get rid of the little guys, And I could have used Miroku's strike shot to take down all of the mechs. But the next turn, Avalon gets the defense up. So even though I had extra turns, even if I had extra turns, I couldn't have done real damage to the boss. So I'll save Miroku's strike shot for later and then just work on the little guys the old-fashioned way. And then these first few turns when Avalon has defense up, we want to move our guys down because there are the lasers that come in from the sides, and then also Avalon has a horizon laser, so we want to stay away from that. Okay, but Avalon's defense down is gone, so now we can start going after the boss. And then Avalon, the lower right number, that's the most dangerous one. So when that comes out, we don't want guys towards the bottom of Avalon, so I'll keep that in mind as I move my guys around. Alright, so Yamato Takeru, I want to move him away from that horizon laser, so we'll just do a conservative angle down, that's fine. Whoa! And then with Miroku, let's move down as well. Okay. Alright, so I barely dodged that horizon laser, so we're looking pretty good. And yeah, we're seeing very good damage from Yamato Takeru's laser. So as a max luck, he's really, really good. He's my #1 recommendation, actually. Okay. Okay, second boss stage. Let's get rid of the drones and the galaxies. And then here, Miroku's chain lightning really comes in handy. It can do good damage to everybody on the screen. Okay, pretty good. And there we see Shibai's bump combo come in handy. Okay, and then next turn the Diablos will come out, and then we'll try to pinch in between them. Perfect. And that's very important to do as quick as possible because that gives us more turns to do damage against the boss. Again, we want to be aware of that triple horizon laser, so we'll stay above Avalon. That's the safe place to be. Okay, nice damage from bump combos again. And then we want to start thinking about the positioning for the next stage. If we can start in the bottom of the screen, the bottom half, that would help us. Because characters that are on the top of the screen, it's very difficult for them to get to the bottom. And then there's lots to do down there. So yeah, we want to get rid of the galaxies. They have their one-hit KOs. We want to get rid of the Donatellos because they will heal guys. And we want to get rid of the Legion because he has very damaging attacks. But with Miroku here, let's hit the Donatello with the strike shot. So we'll do that initial tackle damage, and then we'll get the Tribe Pulse afterwards, and that will hit all the galaxies as well and then take them out. So that's a great time saver, so we have lots of time left to take down the Legion. And then with Shibai, let's hit the Legion and Avalon. It would have been nice to have hit the drones as well, but I just wanted to be sure to hit the Legion, so... Okay, Avalon has the defense up again, so we'll ignore her for now. But it goes away, so now let's go ahead and do damage to the boss. And then one thing about the chain lightning is that you can take advantage of drones. I made a separate video about this kind of weird mechanic, but if you hit a drone with the chain lightning, and then that drone happens to be above the boss's weak point, it will do 3 times the damage to the boss. Generally, this does not happen because the chain lightning hits in the center of a target, and then the center of the boss usually does not have the weak point. But yeah, in cases where the drone is over the boss's weak point, then we can get triple damage from the chain lightning. So that can be useful in this stage. But I wouldn't go out of your way to make this happen. It's better to focus on your positioning and you know, that kind of stuff. So here, the Avalon's Horizon Laser is going to come out next turn. Shibai is in very bad position, so I'm debating what to do. So I'm going to use Yamato Takeru's Strike Shot in order to move Shibai out of the way, and we'll get a little bit of damage into the boss, so that was okay. And then let's see if we dodge the Horizon Laser. Okay, awesome. As long as we don't get hit by that middle one, or more than one, then we're okay. Okay, 2 turns now until the boss's ultimate attack, but I think we'll be alright. Okay, so that was Avalon, and with a specific look at Miroku Evolution. And then she will definitely be part of my standard Avalon farming team as I work towards the max luck. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.